Hello everybody, my name is Raccoon Bro, and welcome back to another reaction video. It's time once again for another death battle, and this time I am being joined by one of the brilliant members from the Death Battle Discord, StrangeFate. How you doing, man?
Hello.
How you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
You know what? Just fine. I got done with a 5-hour video game voice acting class, and I'm a little tired, but I'm still excited about this video for sure. It was a little torturous having to stay off all of the Versus servers to make sure I don't get spoiled on what happens.
Yeah,
Thanks for joining me and being patient to join me for this.
no problem.
Do you have any thoughts or any hopes for the fight?
I'm predicting Madara wins, and I'm hoping he wins because if he does, then Bleach finally joins Soul Calibur as two franchises that have multiple eps with no wins.
Mm, I don't really think about that kind of stuff a whole lot. There's some franchises that don't have any wins, but they've only appeared one time, so can you really count them?
I
And
mean, I don't think we can ever count Dig Dug because I don't know when they're bringing that back.
yes, or
Oh wait, Dig Dug won. Forgot about that.
I guess. Oh, I guess you could apply the same logic to Bomberman.
Yeah, they might bring him back.
But the only franchise I can think of that's had multiple episodes and no losses is Metal Gear. And
Kirby.
They've only done a toy. Wait, has Kirby really?
Kirby and Godzilla as well.
Oh yeah, that's right. Kirby's had 2 episodes. I keep forgetting that. I'm sure they're gonna bring Meta
Oh yeah,
back on.
now Kingdom Hearts. I forgot about that one.
Well, I guess yeah. Keep piling on the list. Let's see if Bleach can join those ranks. I will admit I'm a little worried initially about this after seeing the preview because it's got a lot of like rigging, puppet animation going on, and it does concern me a bit. I'm hoping that we don't get something really weird like the worst of season 7.
As
But
long, I mean, hey, it can't be as bad as Zuko versus Todoroki had with rigging.
I mean, you never know, man. You never know. Uh, they also said that the season finale for this season is going to be something very unexpected. So, Galactus
It's going to be perfect Cell versus Kermit the Frog.
that would be, I guess, yeah, that would tie into what they said about it being half expected, since people want to see Cell come in. So, if it's Galactus versus Unicron, that would end up being surprising for the fact that everyone expected it, but then they said, "Oh, it's going to be something unexpected." It was all a ploy.
Yeah.
Mind games, just like these two characters. But I don't know about you. I'm ready to get into this.
Let's do this then.
Woo!
Madara Uchiha, the legendary messianic shinobi from Naruto.
Sosuke Aizen, the Soul Reaper who stood upon the heavens from Bleach.
We may dream of glory, but these two have the will to power to take it by force and claim a seat among the gods.
They're the biggest, baddest anime bosses around, and not even death can stop them. Ghost versus zombie. Let's go. He's Wiz and I'm
Interesting.
Boomstick.
And
Yeah.
it's our job to analyze
This
their
is-
weapons, armor, and
I didn't
This is gonna be
realize
quite
it
the
was
find out
episode.
who would win.
I didn't realize it was a monster fight technically. Yeah,
I mean, I don't know shit about Bleach, so
yeah, full disclosure, everyone. I know nothing about these characters.
I just know about the Madara
Endless
copy pasta.
destruction.
The only connection I have to Aizen is that I voiced him in that one Rewind Rumble episode, and it's a very cringy performance because my voice does not fit Aizen at all.
Countless dead. A plot to conquer the planet. The ninja world was at war.
For the 4th time, only one man could save humanity from itself, from beyond the grave.
The same man who orchestrated this war in the first place in order to end all wars forever. Madara Uchiha.
From birth, war
war
was
to
the
end
only
all
thing
wars,
the young
eh?
Madara knew, and
They
there was
always
no
say that.
ninja he liked fighting more than
Yeah, taking it
Hashirama
literally.
Senju. They're basically ninja Romeo and Juliet.
Belonging to opposing clans,
This better not be a running
Madara
joke throughout the
and
whole
Kurama
episode.
were forced to battle each other for years,
Having
all the
it,
while dreaming of a
constantly
better future.
go back to
Their
Shakespearean
bromance eventually
lore.
overcame
Yeah.
their clan's differences, and the two groups merged, creating the village of Konoha.
I like that his hobby is
But
5D
Madara
chess.
wasn't satisfied with
How-
Hashirama's dream of peace
how many
through
Ds above that?
cooperation.
That would
He
be two
desired
Ds
an
above our
immoral
own, I
peace through
suppose.
Total
I
domination.
suppose so.
Everyone else thought that was crazy, so he bounced, and then he came back to wage war against the village he helped build. Well, that didn't last long, huh?
Is that fighting game
Madara's
animation?
megalomania was perhaps
I think
faded,
so.
considering he
Kinda
is
looked
in
like it.
fact the reincarnation of the demigod Indra
jagged
Otsutsuki
animation.
and the inheritor of his immensely powerful chakra.
Basically, physical and spiritual energy that makes ninja magic. Madara specializes in fire and wood style jutsus, which just seems irresponsible to put those together, like a gender reveal party waiting to happen.
His wood
Well,
is especially impressive, considering
I
it's
guess
the
so.
only
I'm
style
glad
of
they kept
element
that
of
joke
jutsu
in.
that can create life. Why are you
One of their
looking
better
at me like
jokes they've kept in.
Madara can even use his Gunbai to absorb ninjutsu and return it right back to sender. You know you're a badass when you can take on armies with just a friggin' fan.
Madara
What if
has
that
torn
fan
apart
made of it if
hordes
it doesn't
ninja
break?
Without breaking a sweat, taken a beating from
I
every
suppose
tailed
anime
beast
logic.
at once, and even defeated
Probably.
the 5 Kage, some of the strongest shinobi in the world.
The Raikages even stated to be fast
I'm
enough
glad
to
that
move
the
at light
manga
speed,
panels are getting
and
the
even
same
weaker
kind of
ninja
editing
like
treatment as
Orochimaru have dodged
comic book
literal
panels.
photon beams.
But Madara's greatest tool is the one born from his very bloodline, the
The
Eternal
Sharingan?
Mangekyo Sharingan. These
The
magical
Mangekyo.
eyes
What?
massively
Okay, that was a good
perception down to the
transformation.
cellular level, allowing
Good
him to predict
transition.
movements, see the flow
Yeah.
of chakra,
Fuck,
and
I can't even
summon the
speak.
mighty perfect Susanoo.
That was really good, though.
The Sharingan
I like
can
it.
also cast a genjutsu that'll trap
Whoa,
anyone
what the
that
hell?
looks at it in an illusion,
Ugh.
and even break them out of those same illusions.
In Sasuke's case,
This is the
even
thing
ones
that
as
everyone's most
strong
excited
as
about for this
Itachi
episode.
Oh
Tsukuyomi,
yeah, this
which
is
can
this
warp your
this is a feat
perception
that
of time.
might have MFTL
Itachi
stuff.
used it on a fellow Uchiha and made her live out her entire life in the span of 1/100th of 1/1000th of 1/1,000,000th of a
Oh
second.
my gosh.
And when she
God,
created the illusion,
that
she
must
died
suck.
for real. If Sasuke could break out of it, Madara could too, easily.
And after grafting some of
That would've been
Hashirama's
good knowledge
cells
to know in
onto
Sasuke versus
himself,
Hiei.
he
He
not-
would always have a piece of his Romeo inside him.
Oh, yep.
God
there it
damn
is.
it!
This is my ship, Wiz. Stop looking at me like that.
He not only gained
Oh,
a healing
Lord.
factor strong enough to
Well.
regenerate from having half his body vaporized,
Boomstick supports
but also
crack
the
ships.
terrifying Rinnegan.
Well,
AKA
yeah,
the
that makes
big
sense.
chungus of all eye magic. The ringy eyes let Madara absorb
Wait a
chakra.
minute.
AKA the big chungus
Yeah, he said
of
big
all
chungus.
eye
Yeah,
magic.
okay.
The ringy eyes let Madara absorb
All right.
chakra and ninjutsu.
You get one
create
more.
invisible limbo
Yep.
clones. See and remove your soul from your body and summon giant ass meteors. As if he needed
Yep.
any more
Wait, the
fucking
soul
powers.
thing. Do you think that would even
While the
work on
Rinnegan lacks
on
some of the
someone that is a
Sharingan's unique
soul?
abilities, he can
I
switch
know nothing
between
about
them
these
at will.
characters, so I
After
can't
tearing
answer that
the Ninja
question.
World a new asshole, Madara was finally defeated in a climactic battle for the ages by his BFF, and thus the life of a legendary shinobi came to an end in the arms of his one true love. Or did it?
Oh.
Well,
All right, this is gonna get
oh
pretty
no, I don't like where
crazy,
this is
but
going.
Just bear with me. Fearing a defeat in battle, Madara set a time-delayed jutsu that would posthumously rewrite reality and bring him back to life. And it worked! So Madara tricked another Uchiha, Obito, into witnessing his best friend
man.
murdering his other best friend.
What?
Then he tasked Obito with manipulating the world into another war. Meanwhile, he gave his own Rinnegan to Nagato with the goal of getting it back after he was brought back to life the second time with the outer path because he died again.
I'm
sense?
still lost.
Ah, that'll never work.
You're right, it didn't! So Obito went out and got the Rinnegan back from Nagato's corpse.
What?
He died. Then Kabuto brought
Still
Madara
more.
back to life and he got his
What the
eyes back
fuck
from
is
Obito
this?
after some backstabbing. Then he sealed the awakened Ten Tails within himself in order to gain ultimate power and create the world's greatest nap time ever.
What you people have done to him.
This is what we get for
Big
requesting
Ten Tails'
this.
power would be
Okay.
awesome, but those
Okay, I
stinky
gotta give
balls
props
of
to
doom are
Bensinger for
so
that performance
lame.
there. That was
Don't let their
great.
size fool you. These
That was
truth-seeking
impressive.
orbs are in another league. The Ten Tails is strong enough to wipe continents off the map, and the orbs can be shaped into weapons that will completely disintegrate anything they come into contact with. Not even
Ugh,
ninja resurrected through
that's
Edo
dangerous.
Tensei like Minato could regenerate limbs lost to the truth-seeking orbs,
Yeah,
which
you can
means they
shoot
had
your
to
eye out from
erase
that.
his literal spirit itself.
Madara's power was so insane, he was considered comparable to the original Sage of Six Paths, the dude who helped create the friggin' moon.
And when Madara created
We can't
meteors,
escape the
they were
moon
large enough
feat
to
from
show up
Naruto,
against the
can we?
curvature of the
I'm looking
Earth.
forward to this
Measuring their
creation
size
feat.
and estimating the height at which Madara lifted them, they'd have to possess a potential energy of at least 372 petatons of TNT.
He was
Standard
even
Naruto
fast
stuff.
enough to keep up with 8
Yeah,
Fate's
petaton.
guy, who kicked hard enough to bend space. Madara even has an attack where he hawks light speed loogies.
Considering even base Madara has displayed speeds on par with Light Timing Ninja, we
Light
know
speed,
Ten
that's
Tails
nothing.
Madara would have to be significantly faster thanks to the Ten Tails' power.
With virtually no one left to oppose him, Madara's plot was finally in the endgame. He awakened the Rin Sharingan, and with the God Tree summoned, he cast the infinite Tsukuyomi, spreading the tree's roots
Oh, this is
across
the thing
the
Momo
entire
keeps trying to
planet
explain
and
to me.
capturing every single person in the world. This would
This
enslave
move.
all of humanity in an endless dream world, free of conflict forever. Peace through total domination.
Wow.
Manipulating this tree
That's
with his chakra
peace,
would
at
have involved
least.
physically spreading its
That's
roots
like
through
Superman
and
and
around the
Justice
entire
storytelling
Earth
there.
in mere moments. Estimating
Yeah.
the tree's mass and the speed at which the roots were moved, his chakra must have released an energy exceeding 1 yotaton of TNT.
What?
Oh, bring it back
And
the
this was
Yotaton.
just one jutsu.
Oh, there's a new
Is
one.
there a character that could possibly even touch Madara Uchiha?
It's the copy
Kishimoto himself
pasta.
didn't even know. Madara's power.
Wait, what?
They did they said the copy pasta.
Oh, let me. Is it this section here?
Yeah, it's right after this.
TNT.
And this was with just one jutsu. Is there a character that could possibly even touch Madara Uchiha?
Kishimoto himself didn't even know. Madara's
Okay, well done. they know exactly who their audience is.
power was so overwhelming, the
That's all
only
I
thing
needed.
that could take him down was treachery.
Even the man with the magic eyes couldn't see that coming.
All that was left was his old
Wow.
friend Hashirama, there to comfort him in his final moments.
Just like Romeo and Juliet.
God
For
damn
never
it!
Was there a story of more woe than this of Hashirama and his Mata bro? I read it in iambic pentameter.
Is there a gas leak in here?
Okay, you gotta give him credit. It's rule of 3. Comedies, it's always gotta come in rule of 3.
Now the real fun begins.
That does not sound like Nicholas Andrew
The
Louis'
Soul
voice.
Society was
It
in
really
chaos.
doesn't.
One of its leading Shinigami was set to be executed under suspicious circumstances. A band of humans from the living world had invaded to save her, and Sosuke Aizen, captain of the 5th Division of the Gotei 13, was dead. Murdered.
What?
What dastardly mastermind
God.
could have been behind all this? He'd have
Aizen?
to be a galaxy-brained 5D
I didn't watch the
chess
preview,
master.
so I actually don't
The
know.
man responsible was, in fact, Sosuke Aizen.
Yeah.
Little is known
Oh.
about the man's past, only that he isn't a man.
It's gonna get
a
complicated
human
quickly,
man,
isn't it?
But a soul reaper.
These
It's not
Shinigami
only an
are
anime, a
spiritual beings
long-running
who ferry lost
anime.
souls to the afterlife and purify those who have turned evil in
Or I
the
should
living.
say manga. to
They're
be more
badass
specific.
anime
Isn't it
wizard
still
Grim
going?
Reaper swordsman. Though
Apparently.
Aizen himself was hardly
Oh,
that
God.
cool. I mean, just look at those glasses. Dork.
Don't
But
quote
this
me on
Clark
that.
Kent was harboring a secret. Aizen had spent years attempting to develop the means to ultimate power, ruining the lives of many of his colleagues via his twisted experiments.
Oh, so when Aizen does it, he's a supervillain. But when you do it to me, it's shut the hell up, Boomstick. You're under NDA, and I know about the stuff you've done.
As a Shinigami, Aizen's body is
They're trying to
made of
villainize
flesh,
Wiz this
being
season, aren't
spirit
they?
matter, and empowered by
I
Ryoku,
think,
being
like,
spirit energy.
paint
Entities
him
made
morally
of reishi
gray.
are completely invisible to anyone without specific supernatural awareness, though a Shinigami's body is still tangible and can be damaged
I think it makes
normally.
Boomstick and
And with
Wiz's
his Ray
dynamic
Ryoku
a bit more
energy,
interesting
Isaac
that
can create
they both have done
incredibly
pretty messed
powerful
up stuff.
blasts. He's so strong, weaker
I mean,
beings will literally
Wiz
disintegrate
literally
if they
blew up
get too
planets
close
according to
him.
Batman vs. Iron
This
Man.
is due to his Reiatsu, a localized spiritual pressure exerted as a result of his enormous power.
He also knows tons of Keto, or spells. He can create force fields, bend the light around him to make him impossible to detect, fire concentrated bolts of lightning, and absorb the energy from his surroundings to make giant-ass energy dragons.
This all feels new to me, but I just realized the reason it does is because I forgot to watch Aizen's preview.
I just never watch previews because
Yeah.
I'm always nervous they're just gonna spoil shit.
Well, I watch them because they include jokes that don't
Ah.
appear in the episode.
Perhaps his deadliest Keto is Kurohitsugi, After an extensive incantation, Aizen surrounds his target in an enormous black coffin that distorts space and time.
I remember
and
yelling.
tears its victims.
I remember yelling this at the top of my
Aizen's
lungs a
plotting
couple
finally
years
came
ago.
to fruition during the invasion of the Soul
Black
Society, where he
coffin.
faked his death using
Was
his
it fun at
greatest
least?
weapon,
Oh
his
yeah, it was fun.
Zanpakuto, Kyoka
I had a
Suigetsu.
very different recording setup
Shinigami
back then,
Zanpakuto
so
is
if
a
I could
magical
redo it,
sword
it
that
would
possesses
probably
a
sound a lot
sentient
better.
Spirit. Kyoka Suigetsu gives Aizen complete control over his victim's senses the instant they lay eyes on the sword. This complete hypnosis traps its victims in a nearly perfect illusion that Aizen can manipulate at
Oh,
will.
this
making
fight's gonna
himself
get complicated
virtually immune
quickly.
to attacks while his opponents are sitting ducks.
It's so strong that it kept a group of ex-Soul Reapers known as the Visored trapped for over 100 years without them even knowing it. It's one of the
How?
most broken powers ever and the definition of anime bullshit.
Nice.
But it was all worth it when
I
he
love that
perfected
they
his
just
ultimate
acknowledge it's
creation,
anime bullshit.
the Hogyoku, an immensely powerful reality warping device that
They even
quote,
did it with Alucard.
materializes the user's wishes.
In Aizen's case, it realized
Aizen versus
his desire
Alucard.
to become the strongest being in the universe.
Well, I mean,
and
they
that
have
he can heal
regeneration.
any of his wounds, even when half his body is vaporized. And more importantly,
And they're both
he
overhyped.
exponentially increases his power over time through evolution by turning him into a horrifying butterfly monster man.
A being
That is-
eventually
that is
strong enough to
horrifying, actually.
dethrone and replace the Soul King, the deity that controls the cosmic balance. Even a minor disruption to the Soul King's influence led to the three worlds of Earth, the Soul
Please
Society,
don't-
and
please don't tell me they're gonna
Mundo
calculate
start
this shit.
physically collapsing.
That it implied that
They'll
the
prob-
Soul King has to
I
be
think they kinda
outputting
have
enough
to.
energy to hold all these
Oh,
places
no.
together at all times.
Considering each
Oh,
should
boy,
be
here it
roughly
is.
the same size, this would require an
Oh,
energy of
why am I
over
scared this is gonna make Madara
140
lose?
Zetatons of TNT.
I don't
Aizen
I
is
don't know the
powerful
difference
enough
between a
to
Zettaton and a
vaporize
Yodaton.
mountains as a side
Oh,
effect of
a
his sword
Yodaton's
swing.
actually higher.
His casual energy blasts can disintegrate
Okay.
huge chunks of the earth, and he can take on armies with just his Ryatsu alone.
He even defeated the rest of the Gote 13 without so much as breaking a sweat.
So he should be way stronger than Soul Society heavy hitters like Kenpachi, who sliced this 120-kilometer wide asteroid to pieces.
But he
That's
can't
roughly
beat-
the weight
franchises
of
and
Great
meteors.
Britain.
But he
An
can't
asteroid
beat
of this
Akuma.
size would have to carry a kinetic energy of at least 44
Actually, I think he-
petatons of TNT.
I think he does actually.
Aizen was
No,
so
he never
badass,
beats
he
Akuma in
literally
1 minute melee.
transcended other Shinigami in power.
Oh, that's what
He
you're
was in
referring to. I
a
thought you were
whole
talking about in,
other
like,
dimension
just
from
in
the rest of
general.
them.
No,
Until he fought
I
Ichigo
probably
Kurosaki.
wouldn't.
The battle
I forgot that they did that 3-part 1 minute melee.
Way before this in the Soul Society arc, Ichigo was already as fast as lightning. And by this point, after all his power boosts, he'd even be faster than light. Hell, even weaker characters like this lady can dodge light beams.
Though their fight was epic, Ichigo had transcended the Shinigami as well, and even Aizen himself. Feeding upon his insecurities, the Hogyoku abandoned Aizen, who was quickly defeated and imprisoned within the bottommost level of the Soul Society's prison. Aizen was left alone. His great power he sacrificed so much to achieve was gone forever.
Cool.
Or was
Well,
it? Somehow, he
God
ended
damn
up
it.
getting even stronger than before. But what made him so
They're
strong?
calling illusions in the
Could it
fight
be
analyses.
The chair?
It's not the chair. It could
It's the chair,
theoretically be
I
due to
think.
the chair's restraints keeping his Ryatsu from properly releasing, building it up within him until he was stronger in base than he was at his previous max.
It's
Oh.
definitely the chair.
Oh.
And, since the chair could still hold him after he got stronger, wouldn't that make it even stronger than him? Even
Oh.
stronger than the Soul King? All hail the mighty Chair-sama, most powerful being in all of Bleach. He
That's
even
always
managed
something
to
Pros
hold his
VD
own
would
against
say.
the Quincy warlord
This is-
Yua, who
I-
absorbed
I-
the power
I'll give
of
them
the
credit.
Soul
They are
King
busting out
himself.
jokes I didn't
He
see
even
coming.
used Kyoka Suigetsu to trick him, and Yuha's
hail
a
the
dude who
Chair
can literally
Sama.
see every
Yeah.
possible future
Chair Sama
all at
for
the
death
same
battle
time.
now.
All according to Keikaku,
Yeah, versus
bitches.
Refrigerator Kun.
And after standing among the gods themselves, Aizen returned to captivity and pondered the meaning of his existence.
Wait, he just
Even
willingly
trapped in a prison,
returned?
sealed off in a different dimension with a 20,000-year sentence, he remains the most dangerous being in the world.
Who knows what schemes
Wow.
are brewing behind those cold, calculating eyes? No compassion, no empathy, only the drive for power.
No one has ever stood at the top. Neither you nor me. From now
I
on,
hate these types of
I
end clips where it's
alone
just
will
a
stand
bunch
at
of
the
random
top.
footage and a voice.
All right, the combatants are
Oh,
set.
yeah,
and we've
we're
run the
it's
data through all
clearly not
possibilities.
the actual thing.
It's time
Yeah.
for a death battle!
I didn't like it when they did it with Weiss. I don't like it here.
It does feel a little odd.
Yeah.
Okay. Shit, this is that really complicated.
Just going off stats alone, I think they're trying to make it out to be Madara is just barely above Aizen in strength, but should be equal in speed.
I don't know. I mean, it feels like their powers are too similar.
Oh,
If,
absolutely.
if I'm gonna be honest, people, I, I could not keep up with the powers and abilities that much to be able to make a reasonable
I
decision
mean,
now.
these are Bleach and Naruto final bosses, essentially.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna go with Madara because that feels like the safe bet.
Yeah.
So let's see if if Naruto can pull another win. They only have 2 wins.
Wait, do they?
Yeah, only Naruto.
Oh yeah, they only do.
Yeah, crazy, right?
I thought they had more.
Also, this beginning is very abrupt.
I like the Aizen. I like the. I like the Madara strengths at
I
least.
can see everything.
I do not like that animation. That is not good.
Did you see that?
There's the meme.
What is with his arms?
Yeah. I'm getting like Krona vibes with the way
Yeah,
it's
with
being animated.
Krona it was better because the black outfit kind of hit it to a degree.
Drown in despair!
Okay, that looks cool.
Yeah.
I would expect.
Oh my god, I can't believe Madara lost.
Wait, what did he say?
I have no clue.
I would expect nothing more from a human.
Ah, okay.
I
Nice.
don't like the puppetry for Aizen.
Mere parlor tricks. Don't get so full of yourself.
Already?
I mean, this is season 8 of Death Battle.
God, if this were season 2, we would have had like a 10-minute fight probably.
Hado 19. Kuro Hitsugi.
There's the black box.
Yeah, this music feels very much like Sasuke vs. EA.
Oh, absolutely.
Whoa.
Wow. They're just going transformations almost instantly.
Alright, I'm liking the scale so far.
Yeah. Track slaps, honestly.
Just like he's being slapped on the ground.
Okay, that was good. I'll give you that. Oh! Oh!
Okay, that's pretty epic.
Yep. And there's the perfect Susanoo.
I'm glad it's hand drawn. I like that.
Kinda looks hand drawn. I feel like it's partly hand drawn. I don't know.
Hado 99. Goryu Tenmetsu.
Ooh. Okay, now that's absolutely hand drawn.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Okay, this is actually really cool.
This part I dig quite a
Yeah.
bit.
Love it. The thrill
Hey, it's just like Sasuke vs.
the
Hiei.
fountain of my heart. The taste of my own blood. I love it.
That is joining up there for my favorite lines of the season.
Oh, there's the
getting
season
memed.
8. There's the season 8 shot.
Yep. That's the next reverse flash hit face.
You almost had me there, you tricky bastard.
Uh-oh.
No! Please tell me it's not over, please.
Whoa.
No, please no.
Holy crap.
Come on, Madara.
No, it's not over.
Oh,
What is happening?
oh my god. Oh, it can't. Is that it? I'm not even sure actually.
Wait, what did he say?
Okay, I think it's it now.
What a wonderful dance.
Okay, that looks awesome.
God, that was good.
Yeah, you know what? I still don't think that Nicholas Andrew Louis' voice is that fitting, but I still think it was a really
He did a
it
really
was
good
still
job
a really great
nonetheless.
performance though. Aizen's voice actor did good too.
I will admit,
Of
they
course
actually
Madara
got me
won.
with the fake
He
out.
died twice for his 5D chess plan, while Aizen only fake died once.
Aizen and Madara were extremely evenly matched in raw power and speed. By
There's the
our
line.
calculations, Madara spreading the God Tree's roots with his chakra was about 7 times more powerful than the best that Aizen could scale to with his rare Yoku.
Okay, that's not too big of a stomp.
Yeah.
And both ended up being roughly as fast as each other.
While there are a range of possible feats and numbers to go with to determine their limits, the point is they're always going to be close to even.
Which means the main thing
Fair
that mattered
enough.
here were their powers and how they countered each other.
Ooh,
Madara's
hacks, I love
enormous
it.
variety
Oh,
of
boy.
abilities eventually overwhelmed Aizen.
While Soul Reapers like Aizen may be invisible to regular people, the Rinnegan allowed Madara to see invisible spiritual beings like his own Limbo clones. Hell, the Rinnegan lets you see and remove human souls, and that's exactly what a Soul Reaper is.
Both chakra and rare Yoku utilize spirit energy and operated in similar ways, being formed into attacks like ninjutsu and kido. That meant that Madara's ability to absorb ninjutsu allowed him to nullify the vast majority of Aizen's range attacks and even dispel his force fields.
And
Okay.
despite how OP Aizen's complete hypnosis was, Sharingan users can break out of illusions no sweat.
Yeah.
Even ones as powerful as
Yeah.
Itachi's Tsukuyomi. And since Madara can switch between the Rinnegan and the Sharingan at will, he'd be able to break out of an illusion anytime he wanted.
Aizen's illusions are nearly perfect, but fellow Captain Unohana was able to subconsciously notice its flaws. With an eye as perceptive as the Sharingan, which can spot imperfections in genjutsus all the time, it was only inevitable that Madara would be able to quickly break out.
However, the same couldn't be said
Like,
for
they
Aizen,
made Madara
who
just to
never
counter
showed any
Aizen.
resistance to the kind of mental illusions Madara can create.
Even setting illusions aside,
I
the
love
sheer
that shot.
quantity of offensive
God,
options
that
at
is gonna be
Madara's
so many
disposal,
people's
whether
profile
it was clones,
pictures.
meteors, or monsters summoned by the Rinnegan, kept Aizen constantly on the back foot.
But none of that mattered if they couldn't kill each other, and both had pretty
Oh,
insane healing
truth-seeking
factors
orbs,
that
probably.
could recover from just about anything, except for those pesky 8 balls of doom.
Madara's truth-seeking orbs were capable
Yeah.
of completely molecularly annihilating spiritual beings and preventing
so
them from
cool.
regenerating. And
That-
again, Aizen was a
I like how they
spiritual
actually
being.
kind of hinted at that in the
Yeah.
in Madara's analysis.
Like,
They
I don't-
brought up.
I don't care who you are, that's just a really cool power.
Yeah.
Since Aizen lacked the ability to do the same irreversible damage to Madara, the ghost of the Uchiha had exactly what he needed to put this actual ghost down for good.
Oh,
Aizen was an unbelievably overpowered foe, but Madara's own powers, illusions, and devastating truth-seeking orbs allowed him to crush the ex-Shinigami.
Sosuke should have kept his eyes on the prize. And,
You ruined it,
Do you
Boomstick.
feel any shame at all?
moderately. Double pun. Suck it, Wiz.
The winner
Love
is
it.
That was
Madara
beautiful.
I'm glad
Uchiha.
he used both characters' names.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching this episode of Death
All
Battle.
right,
If you're
come
looking
on,
to
give me
get some
Cole
merch for the
versus
holidays,
Alex,
we've got a bunch of
please.
great new items from Death Battle and Rooster Teeth.
How about
Hoodies to t-shirts to
Mordecai and
socks to
Rigby
beer
versus
steins.
Finn and Jake?
Click that box and start shopping now.
This sounds like Cole versus Alex. Wait.
Oh
no,
my
please!
god!
No!
Saitama?
No! Better not be Goku!
Yes!
No!
Yeah!
Oh my god! Okay, I did not see that.
Yes!
God,
Oh
God,
my
nothing this
gosh!
episode was something I expected.
Yes! They're doing-
Okay, I'm conflicted now because on one hand, I have always been against wanting to see Saitama in Death Battle, but
It's
I
Saitama-
fucking love Popeye.
It's Saitama versus Popeye. I don't care. Yeah.
Uh,
Now I see what they meant by half of what we'd be expecting, because most people say Saitama versus Goku, but Saitama versus Popeye, that's way more fitting.
I always thought that if they brought Saitama in, it would be against Saiki.
Oh yeah, the Disastrous Life of Psyche K.
Yeah, because that one's been hugely popular lately.
I've seen Saitama versus Popeye sometimes, but I've never seen anybody say like they actually think Death Battle would do it.
I thought Death Battle said they were like waiting until One Punch Man ended to do Saitama.
Who knows? It might end up just being another like wacky episode.
All I can say is I can already taste the salt from 2 weeks from now.
Dude,
Saitama is dead, and I can taste the salt from that.
This really is going to be the ultimate battle of Eastern animation overpoweredness versus Western animation overpoweredness. Like Toon
It's literally
Force.
just gonna be which region is more bullshit, and the answer is Popeye.
I mean, I'm gonna wait to see. I might watch some Popeye cartoons to do a little preliminary research. I
mean,
do.
All right,
enjoy-
so just to give one feat, Popeye, I I don't remember if Popeye did this or if he resisted it, but but his series does have a feat of someone turning off reality.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm very excited about this.
I think the fight, once it got past Aizen's base form, the fight was actually really good. It was just at the beginning, his arms were like really wonky.
Yeah, I agree. The puppet animation is definitely going to be very divisive for
Yeah.
a lot of people, but I think where this episode excels is with the constant fake outs. There were
Yeah.
fake outs all over the place, and
This is like what I want from like Scarecrow versus Mysterio if that ever happens.
yeah, exactly. And they got across their personalities pretty well, I think. I feel like even though I don't know these characters, I got to know them pretty well through here, including
Yeah.
with the analysis. They did a good job of going over their stories.
I think this kind of like did Gray vs. Esdeath, but better because you had like the wonky puppet animation at times, but but this showed their personalities and voices better.
Right. And there's also, par for the course of season 8, so many great like artistic moments.
And we got the memeable season 8 shot as per usual.
Yeah, I mean, just look at this. This is
Yeah.
amazing. The scale, the
This
size.
is beautiful.
This entire sequence right here, especially, just goes all in.
I just want to know, I love how the dragon looks like it's not fully, almost like completely perfectly drawn, because that just gives it like this more mystical feel almost.
I just there's something about the imperfections that makes it feel a lot more interesting than
Yeah.
I don't know if it was done digitally. And yeah,
I don't.
we both
I don't know about you though, but like Madara felt like he stole the show, honestly.
this especially this line right here.
Thrill of battle, the pounding of my heart, the taste of my own blood. I love it!
Oh, it's
absolutely.
so good. It's just so good, man.
That is probably gonna be the season 8 line that I just start quoting randomly in public.
And they did a really great job of making us think that Madara would die there.
That fake out death actually got me because I was legitimately unsure if Madara could win or not. So the fake out death actually had me worried for a second that I was gonna get too wrong.
Yeah. So I mean, I will say, a lot of people, there is something to the whole a battle being one-sided, and obviously it doesn't matter that much. Like, you've got episodes like Goku Black versus Reverse Flash where everyone knew Reverse Flash would win, but it's still at least in the top 3 of the entire show. And
Yeah.
with Korra versus Storm, it is ruined a little bit by it because they don't even try to hide in the analysis that Korra absolutely gets murdered in that fight, which is why, for those of you wondering why I like laughed out loud during Storm's analysis, when they brought up that feat of her tunneling through the earth and just how massive that number was, I just could not help but bust out laughing.
There's actually something funny related to how they tried to portray it as being kind of not completely one-sided, but also one-sided, which is they still accidentally downplayed the gap, even with the numbers they gave.
Yeah.
They accidentally said that it was closer than the gap actually is with the numbers they used.
Whoops.
Whoopsie.
She can fight. Yeah, everyone can fight.
Yeah.
Got...
In terms of how the episode ranks, I'm not sure where exactly to place it at the moment, but I think this is around like a 7 or a 7.5 for me.
I'd probably
it's a bit choppy for me at times, and I don't know. It doesn't feel quite like an 8, but better than a 7.
Yeah. See, I don't do half scores for my rankings because I feel like it overcomplicates things.
If I had to give like one, like either a 7 or an 8, it's probably leaning closer to an 8, so I'd probably give it that. But it'd probably be like the lowest of the 8s.
Yeah, like even if the beginning was a little bit rough, it's not that bad. It's still like got some really nice sprite work there. And like from
Actually, I should give it a 10 out of 10 just because they included the copy pasta.
Yeah, I mean from here on, I can't think of any real problems with the rigging. I'll
admit, I think there were a few moments where it felt a bit choppy, but
like nothing distracting, I feel.
Yeah, nothing like Blake versus Mikasa levels of choppiness.
And the only real issue I have is that the beginning is like super abrupt.
Yeah. I mean, again, it's not the most abrupt we've gotten because we did have like the season 6 ones where it just started mid fight. It felt like.
Yeah, this one all borders on that feeling though. Because
Yeah.
it feels like there should have been something there where Aizen was
I
like going around and then he suddenly got surprised by the fire, but we didn't really get that.
I feel like there was like a beginning setup that they had planned, but
Yeah,
they didn't
it
have like
really
the
feels like
resources to finish it.
yeah, it really feels like something got cut there with the way it's framed.
Yeah.
And I get it. I totally understand if sacrificing the setup in order to get like shit like this. I absolutely
That's absolutely worth it.
Because I mean, you gotta really consider your priorities, and I'm glad that they kept the stuff that was worth it. And
Yeah.
the analysis was also fun too. They did a good job, like portraying the characters, like their power levels, and also their overall stories. Like it felt very much like what Dio versus Alucard did.
I think Madara had the best cutaway joke of the entire season with Wiz just collapsing afterwards.
Yeah, it gave me some serious like Pepe Sylvia vibes. I really enjoy whenever scenes happen like that where a character just goes absolutely insane. Like, okay, here's this thing and here's this thing over here. Yeah, like Charlie Day would be proud.
I feel like that had to have been a scene that Ben just really wanted to do, and props to him for pulling that off flawlessly.
Yeah, because I feel like since they're the hosts, people don't really go over Ben and Chad's actual performances themselves that much because at this point it's kind of a given. But
Yeah.
I really appreciate moments like these where they're given a chance to shine and do stuff that they normally aren't able to. Like,
I was gonna draw attention to She-Ra versus Wonder Woman for probably showing like one of the best examples of what they can do with their voices, where Chad somehow managed to take Boomstick's voice to a whole new level in I think it was Wendy's analysis with the mall head.
Mall head. Oh yeah, that's right. I'm pretty sure they just pitched that up.
No, because I remember watching the commentary. I think it was the bloopers for it, and Chad was flat out talking about how they liked making him work extra hard with that type of stuff.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
I do like stuff like that. And
This was definitely an episode though well worth the wait, I feel like.
yeah, for sure. I'm glad I'll be able to go on the Discord now and actually see what people have been talking about with this one. I'm very curious to see how everyone's reacting to Popeye versus Saitama, cuz I personally think that's going to be great. I think it's going to
I'm just hyped exclusively because I get to see Popeye on the show, and I grew up watching that.
Aw. Yeah, if Tom and Jerry ever get on the show, that's when I pop off.
All right, I have one request now for Saitama versus Popeye. I just want it to start because because there's a sale on spinach and Popeye's just buying it all.
Yes! Oh my gosh, that would be a perfect setup. That would absolutely.
If they do not do that, instant 0 out of 10.
That would be such a missed opportunity.
That's just like the perfect way for them to start.
I'm sure for Saitama's voice, they're probably going to get Kagi films again because he voiced Saitama in the DBX. For those who don't know.
I'm really interested in seeing who they get to voice Popeye, because Popeye just has such a unique voice.
Very iconic.
Actually, I think this has to be like a hand-drawn one, and I feel like they might end up doing it hand-drawn in like an old cartoon style.
Oh, wait, yeah, now that I think about it, I guess it probably won't be a 3D. It probably won't be a 3D
have we
episode.
had a hand-drawn episode this season yet?
Kool-Aid
Aside from Macho versus Kool-Aid Man?
Other than that, no.
I think they might be saving up some stuff, and considering that fight felt kind of, considering that they didn't even do the full fight in hand-drawn, I think they were saving resources for this.
That's a possibility, but at the same time, you have to consider that all the resources that went into that episode in general for the host animation and just outside animation.
I don't know. I feel like it would only make sense though to do someone like Popeye in hand-drawn black and white.
Yeah. I can't think of any 3D models for.
Oh no, he doesn't have any 3D models, and doing him in sprites feels like it would just be wrong with how he just works, because he really is just the essence of what Toon Force really is at times.
I will admit they pulled it off with Donald versus Daffy, so if they do Popeye and sprites, I won't immediately push it away. I won't immediately down.
I won't complain, but I will hope that they at least do a ton of hand-drawn segments.
Yeah. Oh man, what if they do it like it starts off hand-drawn, but then it goes into like more 3D and epic towards the end.
That could be cool.
Like sort of a transitional deal, because we haven't gotten like a whole lot of stuff from the in-house 3D team. They've done Blake versus Mikasa, and
we all know how that went.
That's it. Oh,
Oh
that
yeah, because
the
we,
only
we
other
haven't had much 3D episodes in general, because we had Blake versus Mikasa, Yoda versus King Mickey, Link versus Cloud, and Akuma versus Shao Kahn.
Yeah, that's right. Wow, this has been a very mixed year for 3D episodes.
I just want to also note that DC has one win and Marvel has one loss, so wow, how the tides have turned. And go figure, the one DC win was against Dragon Ball.
Go figure. Truly, this season is all about history. DC
Yep.
beating Dragon Ball again.
Yep.
Well, yeah,
God, I'm so unsure how to feel though about the finale now. I think I'm excited.
I'm you know what, I'm excited. I'm unabashedly excited about it. When it, when it showed Saitama, I was not sure how to feel, but then Popeye showed up and I was like, okay, that's epic.
I saw Saitama and I was just thinking, please, it better not be Goku.
I would have been I think I would have been genuinely upset if it was Goku
I think everyone would have been upset if it was Goku.
or Superman. That would probably arguably be
Yeah.
worse.
If either of them come back, just make them fight each other. Or don't do that.
Or you don't need to bring either of them back really when you think about
Yeah.
it. They've had their time.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you all so much for joining us. StrangeFate, did you have anything else you wanted to bring up about the episode?
Definitely a really good episode. Probably one of the better ones this season.
Yeah, I think an 8 is probably a fair score.
Yeah,
Yeah.
low 8 for me.
The Romeo and Juliet thing, I think they managed to sell you on it.
Yeah, I'll admit that I think that if they had done it any more than 3 times, I would have actually gotten annoyed by it.
Rule of 3.
Yeah. That's what it should have been with Zuko versus Todoroki dad jokes. 3 dad jokes in that episode, and I would have been fine with it.
Well, yeah, but I think it's the fact that there have been dad jokes throughout the entire season.
Okay, look, it's Zuko versus Todoroki. Dad jokes were to be expected.
And Geese versus Heihachi. We got, instead of 3 dad jokes, we got 1 dad joke and a really long Elon Musk joke.
I think that counts as a dad joke in itself.
Like quality wise. But
Yeah.
thank you all so much for joining us. Thank you, StrangeFate, for popping in. I'm really
Glad to be here.
Yeah. And I will see you all in the next video. Take care.